I recently switched to playing Rocket League with a controller, after having been tortured by the game for almost 2,000 hours. I'm documenting this journey to help show what it's like to switch to a different control scheme and explain the steps I'm taking to climb back up the ranking ladder. Check out the first 3 videos for more context. At the end of last episode, I said I would challenge my old Champ 2 competitive teammate to a 1v1 in Rocket League. Now, if you followed along my other videos, you might be thinking to yourself, isn't it a bit early for Nico to already be challenging a Champ player? And just to be clear, I don't think you guys all sound like liquid potato farmers, it's just the only accent I know how to do confidently. But you're right, I don't stand a chance in a fair duel. The stakes are high. If I don't win, I will have lost. Let's evaluate my options. Option A. Get really good, really fast. Not a bad choice. Good long-term benefit, but risky. I may not end up good enough. Option B. Change my name, fake my own spontaneous non-existence and disappear from the grid. Guaranteed to not make me lose, but winning would also be quite tricky. Option C. Have someone else play on my account. Unethical. And he would probably suspect something not being quite right. Option D. Affect my opponent psychologically so he would play worse. Questionable morally, but potentially effective, depending on how far I'm willing to take it. Which one do you think is the right choice? That question was rhetorical. I'm choosing them all, and I will combine them to make the ultimate tool, which ironically was also my nickname in high school. But before I begin the overplanned preparation for an oversold match of Rocket League, there's something important left unfinished. Those placement games. If I play them out, they won't hurt me in my sleep anymore. The first one started out with us getting scored on because I went boost over ball. And with my teammate having an allergic reaction to balls, I knew this game wasn't going to be as easy as in the previous episode. Some control is showing through, but my flicks are so inaccurate I'd probably do well as a stormtrooper. The one very clear advantage I have over these players, however, is the ability to read the ball. Anyway, the rest of the game can be summed up with this clip. Here's a valuable takeaway if you're a platinum player or lower. Be a bit more mindful about pushing upfield when you're the last one back. Most of my placement games were determined by who left the net open more often. Oh cool, Spider-Man. A couple games after, I could feel the speed of the play increasing. I hesitated to go for a ball for a split second and got immediately punished for it. Then the other team left an open net and eventually crumbled. Game 8. My teammate scored an air dribble in the first minute to show that he's the biggest alpha in the lobby. Game 9 started much like the other ones, with the opponents leaving an open net, but something had changed. They were able to save the ball as it was slowly moving towards the net. They were challenging from the wall, but they were still leaving open nets. They are still terrible at the game, but they are faster at being terrible. I could no longer clumsily fumble around the field. Open net? I left an open net. I didn't think they could shoot. Then they pulled off a beautiful double demo play to take the game into overtime. Teammate's fault. We lost the game. And it's worse than that. I was the reason we had lost. Those were my mistakes that led to us getting scored on, and making mistakes is bad. On the bright side, at least my ego had been checked, and after thoroughly analyzing the opponent's car designs, I knew what I had to do. I needed to get better before playing my last placement match. Luckily, I already have a tool set from earlier, and if I follow the plan, I will get to find out if it is good or not. Firstly, I must grind, and to make the training even more effective, I need a routine. And here's one I found online, and then adjusted to not set the standards too high right away. Wake up at 7:30, then get out of bed at 1 PM, get some coffee and start up Rocket League, making sure to warm up and do the drills before jumping into a game. Second of all, commit a temporary disappearance to buy myself more time. Third, can't just make someone play on my account, so the second best option, have a Grand Champ 2 player in my ear. He would give me live coaching and tips as I play the 1v1 real time. I may not have the mechs, but the game sense of a GC2 resounding in my head, trash talking me while I play, is sure to even out the odds a little. And finally, the thing that ties the entire master plan together, poor manners. I'm telling him not to worry, and that I will go easy on him. Little does he know, I'm going to give it all I've got. Then, in the next day, tell him I know for sure I'd lose, and just need to figure out how to explain it in this video. He then almost bested me with a comeback, but I kept my cool and solidified the lack of confidence. And so had begun the game. I overhyped so much. Yeah, I'm fine, let's go. Ah!
Just take a 50. Drive forward, take a 50. Flip.
I was clearly panicking, but with 4.5 minutes still on the clock, there was plenty of time to collect myself.
Single jump. Beautiful. You need to identify that your first touches are not good right now. So you just touch it forward and single jump behind. Bait him into you. Like. Holy shit. Go back, he's shooting. Nice!
But even with the wisdom, I kept making mistake after mistake. No! I didn't see you through the goal.
Disrespectful for volleys.
And suddenly I had a chance. I was past him.
Nice, create an angle.
And then a fake, and another fake.
50.
And with a simple turn, I was back in the game.
Nice shot.
In the next kickoff, just do one flip and single jump like that behind the ball. Nice, take the boost and play. If he touches, he touches. Fake challenge. Nice. He can't do much. It's yours now. If he gets close, you 50 him. You need to be prepared for those 50s. Take them with intention. Flick. Holy.
No!
If you want, you can try to flick.
What a save.
We didn't even want to say.
Does that count as a cycle?
He's gonna be.
With just under 2 minutes on the clock, it was still a 1-goal game. All I had to do was find one mistake and stay solid myself.
No. 2 pads and just hold front boost. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Ooh, you had opportunity to kill him there. If you take that, you have no boost. 50.
Shit, I wanted to let you touch it. Didn't think that was gonna happen.
Then it was like seeing a double.
Oh my god! Even though I was now down 2, if I could score 3, I could score 3 more.
Yep.
2 goals and he can't kick off. We have the advantage. Take the boost and bang it. Bang it away.
But every touch I made was just a little wrong. And even though I've maintained my game sense from when I was a Champ 2 keyboard and mouse player, and even with the extensive preparations I went to, and even with an experienced GC2 player guiding my every move, the discrepancy in control was too much. And even though I had lost the game, I still felt like a winner. And it sounds like an overdose of copium, but hear me out. I now know exactly what I need to improve. The basics. I had secretly started learning a little bit of air roll, some air dribble plays, but none of that matters if I cannot hit the ball where I want and land on my wheels. So to conclude the video, 1 week after switching from KPM to controller, I am still a beginner, so I must continue training like one. In the next episode, I'm going to play the last placement match to know where I belong. Refocus my training back to the basics and start improving recoveries. The road back to champ has now become an embarrassment and thus will probably become more funny and will reflect closely what a new player would experience. And finally, press some of those buttons down under the video. They feel pretty nice to the touch.